Okay, hello guys, how are we all doing? Welcome back to yet another video, folks. Today we are predicting day 4 of the Grand Slam of Darts 2025, the final group matches, the group stages before the last 16 lineup. So the last 16 is the first quarter of the draw has been completed. Luke Humphries versus Jurgen van der Velde, Chris Dobey, Michael Smith, Gerwin Price, Martin Schindler, and Luke Woodhouse against Ricky Evans. So before we get into YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button. So 2025 Grand Slam of Darts continues on Tuesday night. So check out Chris Hammer's match by match predictions, best bets, and suggest Acker. So first up, Johnny Clayton against Danny Noppert. Nobody really expected Johnny Clayton to be eliminated with a game to spare, and he probably doesn't even that motivated about trying to avoid a fourth spot in the group. Danny Noppert has got out of jail twice in 2 games so far to run out 5-4 winners, although, but he did look much sharper in his second against Cam Crabtree with an average of 100.38 with his combination of confidence and relief, but will give him good steady completing a clean sheet. I'm going for Noppert to win 5-3. Second up, Nico Sprinter against Beau Greaves. Beau Greaves averaged comfortably over 100 in both her matches against Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson, but has nothing shown for it than a lot of praise. But Nico Sprinter, by contrast, has beaten both of the legendary duo of statistic point of view, but he didn't play anywhere near as Greaves with averages 94 and 86, but he won't care. But a bit of having assured his place in knockout stages, but with pressure completely off him. But I believe he is vulnerable against a brilliant Greaves, so who will certainly be fired up, but to pick up a victory she definitely deserves. So I'm going for Beau Greaves to win 5-3 to win it on a high. So third up, Luke Littler against Daryl Gurney. Luke Littler has already assured his place in the knockout stages after winning his opening 2 games. He was particularly impressive last time out against Connor Scott with 105 average. Most players in this situation could have given from taking the foot off the gas, but as well as we know, Littler doesn't have the same mentality as anyone else. But besides, Daryl Gurney doesn't have anything to play for either after back-to-back defeats, so expected a one-sided victory for Nanook to win 5-1. And then Lucas Fenech against Cam Crabtree. Both players are enjoying their first taste of the Grand Slam action, but now find themselves in the pressure cooker. The winner goes through decider tonight. Winner takes it all clash. Cam Crabtree has certainly been playing a higher level, averaging 102 in a 5-1 demolition job of Johnny Clayton, while also managing a 96 with a narrow defeat to Danny Noppert on Sunday. But the youngster is showing no signs of nerves on the big stage. I expected him to finish the job and wins 5-3. Then Connor Scott against Karel Sedlacek. The winner of this clash joins Luke Littler in the knockout stages, and you have to say Connor Scott is a worthy favourite, but despite a relatively quiet campaign this year, he's looked much sharp on his return to the big stage, and even gave Littler a great game on Sunday before failing short 5-2 with an average of 99. Just like Scott, Karel Sedlacek picked up his victory over Daryl Gurney, although he's averaged in the 80s twice, but he'll need to do more than he put Scott under pressure. I'm going for Connor Scott to win 5-2. And then Michael van Gerwen against Gary Anderson, undoubtedly the match of the night. Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson battling out to avoid elimination at the first hurdle. For Anderson, in this vein, has never happened to him in 18 previous appearances on the Grand Slam, so he'll be desperate to protect that proud record tonight. So the Flying Scotsman has been playing slightly better darts than MVG this week, picking with 103 average in a superb match with Beau Greaves, but generally he's struggled on the big stage in recent times, but whether his opponents still managed to contend with the best. MVG suffered a group stage exit 12 months ago. He'll be equally fired up to avoid a repeat of that. So I'm backing him to edge it, but I've got a sneaky feeling that Michael van Gerwen will win 5-4. And then Group F, Wessel Nijman against Lisa Ashton. The end of Group F will be quite fascinating one, as Wessel Nijman heads into a clash with Lisa Ashton, knowing a victory by 5-0 or 5-1 scorelines will be enough to see him progresses into the knockout stages. But if he wins by a smaller margin, then his fate will be rest in his hands of a scoreline between Gian Van Veen and Josh Rock in the very next match. We know Nyman is well and capable of winning by the margin he needs. That is no disrespect to Lisa Ashton, and who ran Gian Van Veen to a last leg decider on Saturday. But I just wonder if the pressure, knowing that he can't really lose any legs, but he will take. But it's told that to make this is a closer game than at most expected. I fancy Wessel Nyman to win 5-1. And then Gian Van Veen against Josh Rock. It's hard to really preview this match when we don't know what's happened in the match between Nyman and Ashton. Let's say Nyman has won 5-0 by 5-0 or 5-1 scoreline, but it's simple. The winner takes it all showdown. Both players in that scenario is a toss of a coin. Rock recovered from an astonishing 5-4 defeat to Nyman with 109 average by putting Lisa Ashton to the sword 5-0, whereas an informed Van Veen bounced back from his below par win over Ashton with a thrilling 5-3 victory over Nyman, which he averaged 107. Any other win for Nyman will still mean Rock has to beat Van Veen, and the latter could feasibly escape with a narrow defeat. Whatever happens, it promises to be a thrilling conclusion to the group stage. I'm going for Rock to win 5-4. So that's my predictions then for the Grand Slam of Darts of Day 4. Leave on your comments below, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Peace out. Have a great evening.